Well, Fox 59 sources have confirmed, and now the Vice President's office has also confirmed the news that Vice President Kamala Harris will visit Indianapolis on Monday. She's expected to meet with state lawmakers on protecting abortion rights. Monday is when the Indiana General Assembly will return to the State House for the first meetings of this special legislative session. Two big topics on the agenda: new restrictions on abortion and financial relief for Hoosiers. The steps state lawmakers take on abortion are getting national attention. 1 month ago, the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. That decision ended federal protections for abortion, allowing states to set their own limits on the procedure. This week, Senate Republicans unveiled their bill on abortion, a near total ban with few exceptions for rape, incest, and the mother's health. Currently, abortion is legal in Indiana until 22 weeks. The discussion on abortion and the debate on the best way to get Hoosiers some financial relief during this period of high inflation will make for a busy couple of weeks at the State House, even busier now with the sitting vice president coming here on Monday in the midst of this discussion. Our Kristen Eskow joining us right now with a preview. Kristen, it's going to be an interesting week.
Oh, for sure, Dan. And come Monday, Indiana will be the very first state in the nation to hold a special session on abortion restrictions following the Dobbs v. Jackson ruling. If the Republicans' abortion bill passes in its current form, Indiana would join 7 other states with bans or near bans and be among the states with the most restrictive abortion laws in the country. On Monday, the Indiana Senate's first item on the agenda is its proposed ban on abortion. The bill would ban abortions at all times during pregnancy, except in cases of rape, incest, and risk to the mother's health. That specifically means in cases when it's necessary to prevent a substantial permanent impairment of the life of the mother. The bill is drawing backlash from both anti-abortion groups and groups supporting abortion rights. Katie Blair of the ACLU of Indiana argues it infringes on women's rights.
So a ban on abortion limits a woman's reproductive freedom in a way that is truly scary.
Mike Victor of Indiana Right to Life considers the bill to be weak and has concerns over enforcement.
This legislation is not intended to end abortion in the state of Indiana. It's intended to facilitate abortions in Indiana based upon polling results.
For inflation relief, the House will consider the governor's proposed $225 tax refund. Hoosiers who are on disability or Social Security and haven't filed tax returns would still be able to get the refund by submitting an affidavit to the state. But the Senate has released a different proposal. Instead of the tax refund, the state would suspend the sales tax on residential utilities like water, electricity, and internet for 6 months. The nonpartisan Legislative Services Agency says that would save the average Hoosier household $120. The gas sales tax would be capped at 29.5 cents per gallon through next June. The Senate's proposal also includes funds to pay down teacher pension debt and cover rising costs of construction projects. Greg Weaver of the Indianapolis Business Journal says parts of both proposals may wind up in the final bill.
With $6.1 billion in reserves, I think there will be tremendous pressure on the legislature to provide some sort of direct tax relief.
Now, the special session starts Monday, and it could take a few weeks. Lawmakers have until August 14th to finish the session. Now, it's important to keep in mind there's still plenty of time for changes to be made to these proposals before a final vote. Kristen Eskow, Fox 59 News.
All right, Kristen, thanks. Of course, we're going to have much more on these conversations happening at the State House coming up Sunday morning on this week's edition of In Focus. Kristen and I will have reaction from lawmakers, analysis from our panel of experts, and I'll have an interview with the party chairman for the State Republican Party and the State Democratic Party coming up Sunday, 9:30 a.m. right here on Fox 59.